we've got a stacked bunch of other folks here in the green room. Someone that I was lucky enough to invite on the stream that I've been a big fan of her video work and music. Left at London, are you here? Can you unmute yourself and show us your lovely face?
Okay, fine.
Here you are. So
Hi.
did you ever think that you would have a US congressperson open for you in an event? Because that's, I guess, what just happened, basically.
Not really. I need to tweet about this, actually. Let me just, not to be on brand, but I need to tweet.
All right. So while you're tweeting, I'll quickly tell folks they can follow you on Twitter at @left@London. And you make a lot of, there you go, easy to see. I really enjoyed your humorous videos, as well as your own music, your original music that you create. But maybe just quickly tell us, for you as an independent artist and creator who's clearly built a large audience using the internet, why is this issue important to you? Why do you feel like the free and open internet is worth defending? And what has it meant to you personally?
Putting restrictions on anything has to be done with extreme caution. And I think that the way that restrictions are being put on, like, the internet within the net neutrality, like, I don't know what the word, within like the net neutrality laws, like, I think that the thing that bothers me the most about it is that there's no caution there's no thought to the repercussions. The internet is a thing that, like, does not need to be restricted, especially in the way that, like, it is being restricted, like that we're seeing it being restricted. So, like, I have kind of a personal stake in it because, sorry, I got a text that was funny, but really inappropriate time to get that text. But like, I think that, like, I have personal stake in it because that without, like, a free and open internet, I don't really have the ability to, like, share my content. But most importantly, I don't have the ability to, like, get other people's content that, like, they create, like, just in their basements, in their these things, these, like, fan-made things. Like, I have such a I try to have such a good rapport with, like, my fans and people who, like, may not even have heard of me. I've tried to, like, the way that I try to use the internet. I'm sorry, I'm rambling, but, like, the way that I try to use the internet, I try to really, like, collaborate and interact. And, like, I think the only way that the internet works is if it is for everybody, because without that, like, diversity of, like, personality, then it just doesn't, it just crumbles, and it's not, like, able to be, it's practically not usable. So, like, that's kind of why I have stake in this, because that, like, it's not just for, like, my art personally, it's for, like, my ability to receive other people's art, and even beyond that, just receive other people's receive other people's support, receive other people's like, love and attention, and give that to other people. It's an absolute mess.
Yeah, I totally resonate with that. And, I've talked with some of our other guests a little bit about my story as an independent artist, but I'll also say, and I've seen you amplifying a lot of things like this as well, but for myself, as a trans person and as a member of the LGBTQ community, it's, like, so important for us to be able to, like, find each other and lift up the voices of other creators and people that are historically left out of the mainstream or silenced. I just think it's, like, it breaks my heart to think about how much awesome creativity we're gonna lose, and not ever, those people, like you said, who are making awesome things in their basements, and where, like, 10 years ago, we might not have ever heard those awesome things that they're making in their basements if we don't live in their city, and now we can. But in 10 years from now, if we don't get these protections restored, we could be back in a world where we're not hearing the things that people are making in their basements, because all we hear is things that large corporations want us to hear. And I don't know about you, but like that's not a world that I want to live in. I want to live in a world where we have like such a wide range of voices and perspectives and creativity and like fun stuff on the internet. And how do you, how do you envision that like your what you've created could be impacted if you had to pay fees to Comcast and Verizon and AT&T just to reach the audience that you've built online?
I honestly don't like. Can you ask the question one more time just to like make sure that like I've got everything?
Yeah, sure. Just basically saying like right now you've built this big audience online. If tomorrow Comcast was like, oh cool, you have this big online audience, pay us fees if you want to reach them. How might that impact your day to day or your ability to continue creating the art that you've been creating and sustain yourself while doing it?
Any company that believes that like any company that tries to take away something from like any independent creator is like straight up evil. Like I'll just say that right now. I am an independent creator. I intend on being independent until like somebody like unless if like some like record label was like, hey, we'll give you like pure freedom as long as you can be on our label, then like I wouldn't like I intend on staying independent. And so like the idea that I wouldn't be able to do my art the way that I want to is honest to God, just it's frustrating as an artist. And it's frustrating to think that I'm not the only one that like has the risk of facing that. Because like within my own art, I really try to promote healing. And I know that I'm not the only one that does that, but like without the ability to show that it's possible to heal, like especially considering that like for an independent artist, I do have like a bit of a following. Like like that's that like reduces people's ability to heal. That reduces like people's ability to find certain things accessible because that certain people who relate to my music don't relate to other music that promotes healing and so on and so forth and vice versa. So it's like if all all forms of music and independent like if all forms of independent music are stifled and all we really have left is like the corporate sort of like people with corporate followings, we wouldn't be able to have that ability to find other ways to heal.
Mm,
Music is one of the most important things in my life because making it and listening to it helps me understand myself beyond just like the labels to my identity. It helps me understand what my personality, like how my personality functions within a world that that like doesn't really pay attention to the intricacies. And without the ability to make that music, without that ability to show that music to a wider audience, I would be hollow. I
mm,
would be hollowed out. And I think that like a lot of people kind of underestimate the physical toll that not being able to access these things, like what that would have on us.
I find that that's so powerful, and I totally agree. It's that this, and I really appreciate you sharing it on a more personal level, what this means for you as an artist and a creator, and just a person in the world. And yeah, so, and I really resonate with that as well. Just the importance of art as a form of healing and connection. And you know, if all the art we had was the art that's backed by corporate gatekeepers, that would really suck. So I really resonate with that, and I really appreciate you, and appreciate you joining the stream. We have a huge backlog of folks, so we kind of need to plow through. But quickly, before I let you go, just let folks know, where can they find you and support your work online?
Okay. This is where I get to promote stuff. Nice.
Yeah.
So on social media, if you want to follow me on social media, I'm Left@London on everything. Pretty much everything except for, like, I don't know, like some sort of like techie startup called like DizDab or something that I've never heard of. But like, as far as like the like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook goes, I'm Left in London on everything. If you want to check out my music, please do, because that is my living. Then I suggest you look up Left in London, left space at space London on Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal. You can also find it on Bandcamp and do a name your price, which is the most effective way for me to get money and be able to continue making a living off of making music, which has been an incredible experience for me thus far. So no matter how you consume my no matter how you consume the things that I try to like show the world, all your support is much appreciated, for not just all your support, not just all your support for me, but your support for like being on this stream, for example. That's appreciated. I'm rambling now. Like, you caught me like just when I woke up, which is why I'm also very unshowered right now. So
All good. I woke up and my computer didn't work, and I did the first couple hours of the stream from my kid's iPad. So we're all just kind of winging it here. But Left in London, thank you so much for joining us, and definitely everyone, please check out her amazing music online. We're going to move to our next guest now. So thanks so much again for joining us. And